here today. I did not want to leave out of 2025 and go into 2026 without making something for you guys. So I'm excited about what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making some soap. Of course, the recipe will always be free. This is one of my favorite recipes. This is my Walmart soap recipe, meaning that all the ingredients you can find at Walmart. And also, listen, I did not include this into the recipe, but this is a hot process recipe, and I know some of y'all gonna get scared. Don't get scared. It's not that bad. I'm telling y'all, just stick with me. This is a hot process recipe. If you would like the full recipe, it will be linked in the description box, free of charge. It's going to link you to my Patreon, but I'm going to put it on there as a free recipe so that it'll be right there. And if anything happened, any links get messed up in YouTube, that will still be there, okay? All right. Now, over on my Patreon, I have tons of candle making recipes, soap recipes. Oh my God, so much is there. I have class almost every week, y'all. Last week we had a candle making class, we had a wig training. We got a gift box class coming up where I'm teaching people how to make gift boxes, because like Valentine's Day, you know, all these little cute holidays coming up, birthdays, all that kind of stuff. You will learn how to make a gift box. You will learn how to price that gift box. You will learn what to put inside, what not to put inside, where to get your products from, how to make things budget friendly, but also beautiful at the same time. You don't want to miss that. That is in the Patreon. Anyway, guys, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. So today, listen, y'all, I have found out through the grapevine that Baccarat, you guys know what Baccarat is. If you do not know what Baccarat is, go ahead and do very good. It is like smelling fragrance. Woo! Listen, ain't nothing like a man that wears some Baccarat, okay? Baccarat is very soft and it's a floral fragrance, and it's also unisex. I was wearing Baccarat probably in 2020, I think like 2020, way before it came to the candle making scene. Now people are able to buy Baccarat from various candle supply and fragrance supply vendors, okay? So everybody has a version of Baccarat. Theirs may be stronger, theirs may be softer. Today we're gonna be using Baccarat from Stay Fresh with Peanut. Now, I got this from them probably about a few months ago. They ended up sending me a whole box full of fragrances, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this Baccarat in soap. Now, I had learned that Baccarat, when you are finished making the soap, you cannot smell it if you do it the cold process way. Now, cold process and hot process is two different processes. So if we make this with my hot process recipe, I'm guaranteeing you 100% you can smell the Baccarat. Now, a lot of people do not like making hot process soap because, number one, hot process soap do kind of rise, kind of like a cake, or you making some bread, you know, it just slowly rise, but it can just kind of rise out of that pot, whatever you're using, your crock pot, and it can volcano and become a big mess. And in some cases, it can actually burn you. But luckily, listen, you got me. I'm going to teach you guys how to make it. If you guys want to make it to where though you have a flat top, I want to tell you this at the beginning. Like if you want it to be flat and to look more like cold process soap, I like the rustic look. It doesn't bother me. It sells. Whether if I make it the cold process way, the hot process way, I'm always going to sell my soap. So it really don't bother me, but if it do, guys, just use about 2 to 3 spoons of yogurt, and that will just kind of like balance it out and get that top flat, okay? And give you kind of like a cold process look. So if you want to do some things in it like swirls and stuff like that, you can also use that yogurt, and that yogurt will kind of thin it out a little bit just to make it easier to work with. But you don't want to use too much yogurt, okay? The good thing about hot process soap is you can add things like honey, you can add things like sugar, you can add different powders. You can also do mica powder. In this particular recipe, I will not be using any kind of mica powder because this will be for men. This is going to be about 5 pounds of soap, so I normally make it like 1 ounce per pound, so this isn't even enough, but I'm going to use it as about 4 ounces, and it's just going to be enough. Anyway, guys, I don't want to talk your head off. I'm going to talk enough when we start making it, so let's go ahead and make some soap. Okay, guys, if you like cute soap, this is not for you. You will need a stainless steel pot. Okay, guys, you see what I'm using. I have all of my butters and my oil inside of this bowl that I got from Dollar Tree. You don't need anything special when it comes down to your butters and your oils, but you do need to make sure that you separate anything that you use, like for your lye. You want to make sure that you separate and put that to the side for your lye only. You don't want to use that anything else. So first things first is you want to take all of your butters and your oils and just put them into a pot. Make sure you turn your crock pot down on low and just take your time and melt all of your butters and your oils. Now I'm going to give you guys the recipe. I'm going to tell you exactly what I used. Okay, so I used 25.6 ounces of coconut oil. I also used 19.2 ounces of olive oil or canola oil. I use canola because olive oil is too expensive. I use vegetable shortening instead of palm oil, and in that I use 7.7 ounces. Now for my distilled water, I use 19.2 ounces of distilled water, and also sodium hydroxide, I used 8.1 ounces. Now if you want to add a bit of honey, you can use about 3 tablespoons of honey. Make sure you use the honey or any other additives after the cook. Now when it came down to the fragrance oil, I used about 4 to 5 ounces of fragrance oil, leaving me at about 1 ounce per pound of soap batter. All of this was a total of 5 pounds of soap. 5 pounds is about 80 ounces. Now, if you are making soap for the first time, please remember to wear gloves. Make sure you wear something to protect your eyes. You also need to make sure you wear a long sleeve shirt and also cover your feet as well. The first thing I did was melt down all of my oils and butters. Made sure they were all liquid. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and carefully pour my lye water in. Now because this is hot process, do remember to keep your crock pot or your stove on low. Once you add your lye water, make sure you give it a quick stir, but at the same time, you better go ahead and grab that immersion blender. Now that you brought that blender over here, let's go ahead and get right into it. So you want to go ahead and give this a nice mix. You want to get it so thick to where as though, I would say it's kind of like a cake batter consistency. Okay, so if you are a soap maker, I feel like it's important for you to learn how to make soap both ways. You know, I'm making it in a big pot, and like when you make it in a big pot, and let's say, you're going to see the whole process. You're going to see it start rising up. It won't go out of the pot if you have like, you know, a little bit of batter in a big pot. But if you overload the pot, like let's say I made like 10 pounds inside of this little pot, yeah, it will definitely go outside of the pot. So the thing about it is, you know, you don't have to make it this way, like, you know, you just keep mixing it. But this is my way of making like a 30-minute hot process soap. So I just do it this way just to be done faster. You know, there is a way where you can just kind of slow cook it, you know, cooking it in a crock pot, or even if I cooked it in this pot and I didn't, you know, stir it as much with the hand mixer. There are different phases to making hot process soap. Right now we are in an applesauce phase. In the applesauce phase, you begin to see the soap batter break apart, and then you'll begin to see it rise up. When it starts to rise up, guys, listen, if you only put a little bit of soap batter in your pot, you won't have an issue. But if you double dispatch, yeah, you probably will. All right, so let's just say the soap rise up and it start rising up really fast. What I typically do is I always have like a bowl, a huge bowl, you know, just probably about 2 bowls just sitting on the side, to where as though like if it do start rising up, I just kind of take some of that soap batter and I pour it into that bowl really quick, and I let it go down, and then I'll transfer it back into the pot. That's how I normally handle it. And I notice that when I do it that way, it's less mess. So when you see it rising up like this, that just, you know, honestly is cooking all of the lye out. And that's what you want. So, you know, this is the fast way. It don't have to rise. Like, there's a way to make it to where as though it don't rise. Me, I normally keep mine on heat just so that I can get it done really, really, really fast. And that's the only way that I know how to make it. Now, this gets pretty hot. As you guys can see, there's a ton of steam coming off of it. So it's cooking. Now you see the color is changing in mine. When you see that color changing in mine like that, that means that it is finished, okay? I can always tell when my soap is finished. I can do a zap test, and pretty much when you do a zap test, you take a piece of the soap batter, put it up to your tongue. If it stings you like a battery, then you know that you gotta leave it in there longer and just keep cooking it. But for me, I knew this was finished, okay? So this is finished. Now, we're gonna add our fragrance to this, but I wanna let you guys know something. Whenever you add your fragrance, make sure that you add your fragrance at a lower temperature. Give it at least about 15 minutes to cool down all the way. So I used about 5 ounces of fragrance. I mixed it. I had some Baccarat from another company, and I just pretty much added that. You want to just keep mixing until you no longer see your fragrance in the soap batter. And it really don't take nothing but a second to just kind of whip that in there, okay? So you want to just give it a firm stir. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move everything to the side, and I am going to put this soap inside of the mold. Yes, it was that fast. It literally was about 30 minutes. Now guys, listen, you can choose between hot or cold processed soap. Most people go with cold processed soap because it's easier. Also, you can use a variety of colors. You just really have to be careful with the fragrances that you use, because in hot processed soap, I never really have to worry about the fragrance, season up the batter or anything like that. The only thing you have to worry about with hot process is, the fact that the fragrance can turn brown in the soap if you use something with vanillin. And in this case, it didn't, and it's not because there's no vanillin in this fragrance. But yeah, those are the differences. Cold process take about 30 days. Hot process, it don't take 30 days to cure. You literally cook the lye out. So when you're making it and you see all that heat, you pretty much cooking all the lye out. But if you want to leave it sit for 30 days just to get rid of some of that water, because, of course, in the beginning, you're going to lose a lot of water weight. So I always start out with my bars a little bit heavier, and by the time I finish, I have a 4-ounce bar, and that's after the 30 days, once that water fully leave out of that bar. But this is my finished product. I hope you like it. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys again.